Companion is a new sci-fi, horror, romantic comedy. It's pretty much all those genres spliced together. I'm gonna try to explain the plot of this movie without hopefully giving too much away, but it's like this. You have this guy and his girlfriend, they go away on this little getaway to an Airbnb with a group of friends. The girlfriend's having her anxieties about meeting the friends, hanging out with them, if they like her, if they approve of her, and seems like typical couple shit as they're going on this weekend, excursion. Quickly enough though, you realize that this guy's girlfriend is actually she's a sex robot. The guy prefers the term AI companion, but she's a fucking sex robot. Let's just call it what it is. And on this trip, she does something that doesn't really align with her programming. She starts to become more aware of what she is, and she takes off running because of what happened, and now the boyfriend, all his friends, they're all going after her to try to get her back. I remember when I watched the first trailer for this movie, I can't remember when I saw it, but I saw the trailer. It didn't really give away too much, didn't really give away what the plot was. It looked creepy, it looked kind of messed up, and then I saw it was from the creators of Barbarian, and I was just like, oh, this makes perfect sense. Because yeah, Barbarian, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the most effective and fucked up horror movies I've seen in a while. Seriously though, I have recommended that movie to a lot of different people, and the response I've gotten from everybody is like, dude, this movie's fucked. So yeah, naturally you see that. I was kind of interested to see what the creators of that would do with this movie. So starting off, I thought the cast across the board all did very well, but Sophie Thatcher, who plays this sort of AI girlfriend, I thought she was the standout of the movie. Because what I really like seeing with her is right out the gate is she was able to make herself appear very human with, the memories of her boyfriend and, the anxiousness she feels being around her friends when she doesn't really feel like she's wanted or entirely liked. Because that right there is perfect sense. Anyone who's been in a relationship with someone and is maybe getting to know this person's friends or family or loved ones, it's always a nervous feeling, especially if you feel like they don't like you. But also like seeing in Sophie Thatcher's performance is you do see little ticks and little quirks early on that make you think, okay, are you entirely human, or do you just talk a type of way because? Like, she did a really good job as coming off as this artificial intelligence girlfriend of sorts, capable of appearing and sounding very, very human, while also showing little bits and pieces here and there that make you believe that she's not entirely human. Also, yeah, I thought the story for this movie was in fact completely original, and it made sense. And what I liked about it is, like, it's obviously a futuristic sci-fi story, but it's not like too futuristic. I mean, AI has become such a big thing in life now, and I mean, you keep feeling like we are getting closer and closer to having actual robots that are going to serve as companion pieces for lonely people who just aren't very adept in the dating world. So yeah, I really like that element of the storytelling because of how real and forthcoming it feels. And not even just that, when they explain how these robots work and how they are partnered with different people, it wasn't like an absurd concept. Again, it was something I could buy into and something that makes me feel would happen down the line. Also, yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. I thought the comedy in this movie was surprisingly very effective. I mean, Barbarian had comedy in it for sure. It had moments where you could laugh or you could feel a little bit more lighthearted before just, ripped your soul out with some really fucked up dark shit. This movie with the comedy goes into a very similar direction. Just the way people talk with each other, the very conversations that people just have, the way people say things. It's just very real, authentic dialogue between friends or between couples, and it got a lot of laughs out of me, I'm not gonna lie. Like when people are really over something or have discovered some really serious shit, they're gonna be pretty unfiltered, and I think that's great. Also, I thought the pacing of the story and the execution of the story was all done very well. Also, I like how the movie wasn't completely direct in its storyline. It's like, yes, the trailer was wrapped up in mystery, at least the first trailer I saw, but very quickly into the movie, you kind of realize what the gist of the movie is. But what I like is it didn't reveal entirely what the story was gonna be, because the movie undeniably was able to take different twists and turns and make me go, oh, okay, I thought it was leading to that, or I thought that meant that. Evidently it doesn't. A movie in the horror genre needs to be able to keep you on the toes. That's what's going to keep you on the edge of your seat, and this movie was able to do that. However, when it comes to the horror element of this movie, this is what I have to say right here. I understand the movie is going for a horror comedy, but I'm going to compare it briefly to another horror comedy, Ready or Not, that I really love. A movie like Ready or Not knew exactly when to be really, really funny, but it also knew when to be really intense and have you white-knuckling it. Companion, I feel like, tried to be that, but it never quite honed into it as much as it could have. I'm not gonna say this movie didn't have scenes that were intense or unsettling or anything like that, but none that absolutely chilled me. And again, this is from the creators of Barbarian. I wanted to see some really fucked up shit. I wanted to see something that would literally keep me up at night, a little bit anyway. The movie didn't exactly quite do that. It didn't quite have me freaked out at any point. It didn't have me feeling like the atmosphere was as intense as it could have been. I'm not gonna say the movie didn't try to, but its execution didn't exactly work as much for me. Also, the movie does kind of the whole, like, it kind of hints how the movie's gonna end at the very beginning, which is kind of a little bit of a disappointment, so you're kind of hoping the whole time that the whole journey towards that ending is going to be a lot more fulfilling. I'm not gonna say the journey to get there wasn't fulfilling or wasn't enjoyable, but it's like when you know exactly how a horror movie is gonna end, it takes a little bit of the thrill out of it. So all in all, I did end up really enjoying Companion. I thought the cast all around did a really good job. Sophie Thatcher in particular was great in this movie. I like that the movie touches on the whole AI element, how it's quickly becoming a real thing, how it could quickly become involved in our personal lives. I thought the humor in the movie was really effective. I thought the story kept me guessing. It kept me on my toes. It does give away a little bit about how the movie's gonna end, and I do wish it could have been a little bit more effective when it wanted to be more thrilling of a movie. But in the end, comparing it to a couple other AI movies, I do think this movie is better than the movie Megan, but I don't think it's on the same level as a movie like Upgrade. But regardless, I still walked out of this movie definitely having a great time with it. So with that, I'm going to give Companion a 7 out of 10 because I think this movie is definitely worth going to the movies for.
All right, come on, hurry up, Brian. I don't want to miss the movie trivia slides before the movie.
Back-to-back weeks now, I'm giving these horror element movies a 7 out of 10. So if you're not going to the movies now and you're a horror fan, when are you gonna go? So that's all I gotta say, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video, and as always, definitely leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.